Excited to hang out with you guys again. So excited to dive into the Word, to talk about Jesus. Definitely so excited about this weekend. I'm excited to hang out with my little besties and do Christmas stuff and really honor their commitment to following with this play and just really glorifying God in the moment of fellowship and getting together. So I am very excited for it. So we are in First Timothy chapters 1 through 3. Highly recommend you guys reading it. It's such a good book. So this is Paul's first letter to Timothy. Now, Paul, as we know, he spent many years traveling around and starting new churches. He developed a very large team of co-workers within his mission. Now, Timothy was one of these. Paul went to one of the cities of Syria, I believe. I'm going to mispronounce it, but he went to one of the cities, and he met Timothy's mother and grandmother. Now, these women were women of God. Like, they knew what they were doing. They were faithful women. So when Paul met Timothy, obviously, he was like, yeah, I love them, so I'm going to love you. And he did, and he mentored him. And as the years went on, Paul himself was like, all right, I've mentored you. Now go, spread your wings and fly. And when Paul got word that there was a large group of leaders that were just like not cutting it. They were talking blasphemy, they were talking nonsense. He sent Timothy out to go set them straight. And when Timothy arrived there, Paul sent his letter to follow up and instruct them on how to fulfill the mission. Now, that is where we dive into the book of First Timothy, because the entire book of First Timothy is actually a really cool design, because it has an opening and a close to the commission of Timothy so that he can go confront these bad theologians, not theologians. So we see that they are surrounded by two large central sections that are full of really practical instructions and it's just about the problems that Timothy is going to face when it comes to the Ephesian church. And it just continues to talk about how Timothy would hold regular church prayer gatherings to pray for for the governing leaders of Rome and for their peace, because peace in the lands would create an ideal settings for the Jesus followers. And it continues to give really good examples as how we can not only follow Timothy's lead, but Jesus's lead. And the beautiful thing about this is that Timothy really did focus on wanting to spread the accurate Bible, and wanting to show people that if Christ is in the center of your world, then everything is going to make sense. And that this is just a whole story of somebody who had the knowledge, first of all, had the confidence, and had the momentum and wisdom to be like, hey, let me lovingly guide you elsewhere so that we can all preach the gospel together and actually do it right. Because at the end of the day, the book is about preaching the Bible in an accurate way. If you are not doing that, that is when he was very much like, no. So it's very important to know that if we take our eyes and fully focus it on Christ, nothing can go wrong. And we see that in Timothy's life, and we see that he is truly a man of his word and a man of knowing the Bible in the most accurate way possible. And he wanted just to spread it and allow people to come to Christ in the more peaceful way that he could. So it's a very good book. Highly recommend. You guys should check it out. If anything, it's been